Welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to talk about materials, how to apply them, how to create them, and how to modify existing materials. Thankfully, Unreal has provided us with materials in the starter content, which we will be using for initial demonstration purposes, and after that I will show you how to create basics materials. As you can see in this level, the grid-based texture material, while useful for development to eyeball the size and location of the assets you place, it is not very good looking. So let's change it. First of all, this floor here does not look that good. I would like to change it into something that makes more sense to be on the ground. And we have some materials here. I could use, I guess, ground, concrete. Let's see. Let's use cobblestone, smooth, and place it here. This looks quite weird. And the reason why this happened is it's because the material is stretched out. If you open the material itself, you can see it here. It looks okay. And if you put a simple basic shape of a, let's say, a cube, and apply the same material, this looks quite good as well. The reason why this happens is because the UV difference. This floor is not really optimized for this material. So what we can do here, we can open our materials. And this is the material node for this particular material. This is quite complicated, but we don't need a lot from here. What we need to find is to find texture coordinate node. So all you need to do is find this, and you tile your material. The higher the number, more squished the texture is. You can do it here or here. Click accept. Give it a moment for it to save. And now let's see. It is much better, but it is still way too big. So let's multiply it by 10 times over again. Maybe 50 and 50. And save now. Again, let's give it a moment. Ideally, you wouldn't want to edit tiling on the individual materials and use instance material, but I will explain what instance material are later. Okay, this could be better if we randomized it somewhere, but this should be fine for demonstration purposes. Now we have a smooth ground floor. And now let's look at this here. I don't really like this material, so let's use something else. We could use something fancy like this material here to have this futuristic look. This material uses emissive lights. Sorry, emissive material which produces lights. If you go to the material, you will see there's an emissive color node which is being applied. We will go through it later in more detail, but let's for now increase styling let's say 5 by 5 should be fine. Click accept. Again, give it a moment. Looks much better. Looks like something from a sci-fi movie. But as we are going to add lights to this scene later, we wouldn't want this to be conflicting with the light sources. So let's, despite it being looking so cool, pick a more simpler material. Let's say, for example, how about this? It looks similar, but there is no lights. Or maybe, should we make it from the wood? We could make it from the wood as well. But let's make it from the wood. Give it a moment. But it doesn't look good. Let's just keep it black metal, grid metal. This is a bit too big, so let's tile it a bit more. So let's do 8, and save. Should be good enough. This wall needs to have material changed as well. So let's apply to it here as well. This should be fine. Maybe a bit too dark, but who cares? Good enough. As you can see, we have changed the look of the whole scene, but these are all materials already existing in the starter kit. Materials are not always provided, and there will be times when you want to create them yourself. So let's create a material. Let's go to our content folder, create a new folder called materials. Open it and right click or click plus. You can right click and create a material by going to here, material, and click on the material. There's a lot of things here that are for the future courses. Click on the material. Let's call it basic M_basic. M standing for material. It's good to have naming conventions for your materials in general. M is usually for materials. So we open it, and this is what we get. We have output essentially, and before output we have substrate. Substrate is an Unreal specific material function that was recently added.